Hello everyone and welcome to this AstroTarot reading on what is going on with us as a collective living here on planet Earth on a deep soul level. We see a lot of things playing out right now on a global scale. Things are rising to the surface. A lot of truths are coming forth. And so let's see what kind of transformation and transition there is going on a deep soul level with us at the moment. And the first card to come out from the Astrology card deck is the first house. And this card is saying what people see and the impression you give. Yes, so the first house is the first first house is about new beginnings. It's how you choose to be with people. It's what you allow other people to see about you. What sides of yourself do you allow yourself to show other people, and what do you choose to keep more hidden? The first house is also where we find Aries universal energies, and the first house is ruled by planet Mars. So this is about a very masculine, forward-moving energy. It's a fast-moving energy, and it's about being courageous, dynamic, showing courage, taking leadership, not looking back, not thinking about the consequences. It's just really about movement, forward movement. And even though I know that many people associate planet Mars with wars and conflicts and so on, actually Mars is also talking about great devotion to things. So when we really put our will to something, then we can really accomplish a lot. When we are taking leadership on things, we will see that things will actually happen. So that is kind of the impression that we are giving other people now, that we like to take leadership on our own stuff. The first house is also marking, together with Aries energies and with the planet Mars, a whole new cycle of the zodiac. So there's a new beginning here for us as a collective, where we are starting to show up, showing more leadership on what we really want in life, and we want action on it, and we want things to happen here and now. And so that could be why we're seeing so many things playing out right now, because we on a deep soul level know that we have got to cleanse out what needs to be cleansed out. What have we just been taking for granted, or what have we perhaps accepted for too long? It's now time to take leadership as a collective, to really know that the power is with the people and not with governments and institutions and organizations. It will always be the people who have the power to change things. So that is really how we're showing up right now as a collective. So let's dive into the tarot and see what it has for us. And the first card coming out is card number 12, the Hanged Man. Here we are seeing it symbolized through the bat sleeping with its head upside down. So this card is talking about transition, and it's talking about moving perhaps into more altruism, into more asceticism, moving from one world over here into another world, moving from one old energy into a new energy, and so on. It can also be about structure or laws and regulation and stuff like that. So in general, we are in great transition right now, in great shifts of energy. Everything is about energy. So when we see things play out on a more tangible level in our lives, it's really just a response to what is going on a deeper soul level. Here we are, it's like we're in between two worlds here. That's what I'm sensing. And we are coming into more altruism. We are seeing that people start to ask questions from a more humane point of view. And that is really positive, I think, but it doesn't mean that we don't have to go through a lot to reach the full truth of that. And that may take many years, perhaps even hundreds of years. But we're definitely in the paradigm shift right now. We are in transition. And this is coming out from the Major Arcana card deck. And so this is about the major energy that we are in right now. And so let's see in which life areas this energy is playing out in particular. And here we have Son of Pentacles come out, 10 of Pentacles, and 8 of Pentacles. And actually the two cards over here, they came out together. But let's begin with Son of Pentacles, because this is talking about starting to become our own boss in our own lives. I mean, we're not yet Father of Pentacles, but we are definitely beginning to have more self-confidence in us, how to live our life here on earth. Pentacles is all about the earth element. It's about getting your hands in the soil, so to say, taking one step at a time. It's the most feminine energy, and it's the slowest moving energy of the 4 elements. So here we are in a build-up from going from one world into another, from one energy into another. We are building it up. We are trying to figure out how to get more self-confident in how to go about our work life, our financial lives, home life, and just going about our daily routines in a very practical manner. So we're definitely coming more into self-confidence here. And for those of you who might consider to open your own business or something like that, this is definitely where you'll find that perhaps you'll start to have orders come in. And whatever that may be for you, you are just in the build-up of that. But definitely you will start to see some positive things happen in that direction. So we want to take more leadership, but we're in the beginning of it. How to cultivate our own soil, so to say. What are you planting? What are you seeding in your own garden? What is it that you want to see grow? And here again, we're on a collective level. We are definitely asking ourselves about things like sustainability. How do we treat Mother Earth? What is it that we would like to see grow in our lives when it comes to work life, finances, and designing our home life, which is what Pentacles also are referring to. So with 10 of Pentacles coming out alongside with 8 of Pentacles, we are finding that we are in abundant times. We are actually beginning to see some kind of success and perhaps also even wealth, but it's in a different way than it was before. It's like we are going about our idea of what a healthy economy is. What is money really? What is the value of that? We are also in Taurus season right now, so that's all about our values, both personally, as we can see it here with the first house, but also on a materialistic level. And it's like all that is changing right now. We are taking more leadership on that. We are coming into a new understanding of what wealth is about, what abundance is about, what success really is about when it comes to our work life and stuff like that, and finances. What is money really? And 8 of Pentacles is talking about improved knowledge and new learning coming in that area as well. So we are definitely getting some new information here now. We are getting new ideas. You know, we have really learned something from the pandemic. You know, from the restrictions, from the shutdowns of our society and our businesses. We have really come to learn what is true value in life. What does it mean to really be a citizen here on earth and not just a capitalistic citizen? I'm actually a citizen, or we are citizens of the planet Earth, And what does that really mean? How do we survive that? How do we make that a good place to be for everyone involved? How do we make things grow in a healthy way, and so on? And normally I start my tarot readings by reading the bottom cards, just to see what the overall energies are about. But since I forgot that to begin with, we'll just have a look at it now, because overall this is about justice, card number 8 coming out from the Major Arcana card deck. And we see how the two cats here, we have we have a duality going on here, right? Light and dark, and shadow and light. And it's like with the sword coming down, the sword of truth from the higher hierarchies, we are seeing that things are coming into balance again. It's like two worlds are becoming one. It's like with the bat over here, we are transitioning. We are beginning to see that light and dark are really just two sides of the same thing. So we are having justice come in now. We want things to be put in the right place. We want to see things being straightened out, and from a higher hierarchy point of view. And so we are having assistance from other worlds and planets and civilizations right now, and to set things straight here on Earth. I think we need some assistance to do that, because we have so much going on. And to have a look at where this justice and balance energy is coming in, which life area that is coming in, we'll just have a look at the Minor Arcana card deck here. And here we have card number 7, 7 of chalices, sorry. And again, we have this moon and the sun, we have light and dark, we have light and shadow. This card is talking about imagination, fantasy, and creativity. And it's also referring to our spirituality and our emotions. It's referring to using our psychic abilities and opening up to be more, to a sensitive side of ourselves. And this is about also figuring out what is up, what is down, what is truth, what is true and what is false. And again, I have the sense that two worlds are trying to become one here. So it's very interesting in what's going on right now on this deep level, because it's like finally we are starting to understand that through all this earth energy, what is it really about to be here on Earth? What do we have to give? Why did we come here? There is like taking much more leadership on that now. We are going into a new beginning. Like I mentioned before, the first house is marking the astrological new year. So now we can have a look back at the last year and say, okay, what have we learned? What have we gained through 8 of Pentacles over here? What have we learned? What have we gained of new information? What can we change? What can we do better? Where can we become our own bosses here? Where do we have something to give? So on a collective level, we're really trying to stand up and being more courageous, being more dynamic, taking more action on this whole earth energy. So I just pulled a couple of extra cards to see how this is showing up on a very personal level. What is it that we are letting go of? And the first card that came out when I asked about that. It's card number 37, talking about poverty. And we see how this little guy have been walking around for a long time, like being the cat here, chasing the mouse, not knowing where to go. It's like the light in the window down here is asking us the question, when are we going to see the light? He has turned his back on the light, and when we do that, we are in poverty. So on a soul level, we have been walking a long time and have not had fulfillments on a soul level. And so let's have a look at the other card that came out, and it actually came out together with the first card. And here we have card number 13, and that's talking about the wealthy man. And so we see how this young guy, where we are, you know, symbolizing the collective, that we've been walking around with this masculine energy, just walking around not knowing what to do on a soul level. We have been too much into the masculine energies, and now we are moving more into the feminine energies through the earth element. But it doesn't mean that it has been all in vain, because all our investments, as we see through the wealthy man over here, our investments are actually starting to come to fruition. If we just want to put the work in stuff, put our hands in the soil, really planting new seeds, or whatever it is we need to do, just making something fertile. And that over here is just a confirmation of that. If we do that hard work, we will see our investments paying off eventually. We definitely will. Now, since we are working on a soul level here, I was just turning to the planet Pluto, just to wrap this reading up, because Pluto is all about, as we can see here, it's about transformation, taking big leaps forward, which is very much referring to the first house energy, and it's about rebirth, right? It's like rising as like the phoenix. And also I had a sense with this card that we are being taken back to ancient Egypt. So as a collective, a lot of stuff is, or a lot of answers can be found if we go back in history, if we try to dig deeper in our souls to look for answers that could go back to ancient Egypt, which was a very wise old civilization when it came to actually when it comes to issues like sustainability and how to heal with herbs and just healing through using the nature or working together with nature. So I thought that this was a very interesting card to just have a look at here as well. And I also drew a couple of cards for this planet as well, and these two cards came out together. Card number 21 and card number 31. The first card talking about family room, and the other card talking about bad health. So when we choose to go back through Pluto, which is about transformation at a soul level, but which is also about power and taking our power back to ourselves, or giving perhaps too much of our power out to people, referring also to ancient Egypt, I find that we will have some answers to our family room. What is going on in our families right now, and what is going on as with us as a collective, being one big family in this big family room called planet Earth, because there's some kind of bad health right now. And but we also can see here that the window in this card is open for new air to come in. The light is on. The window also is, there's also a window over here, and it seems very calm. So what do we really want to fill up in our family room right now? Because there's a bad health, and we need some healing on that to figure out how to fix this family room called planet Earth. And as we can see right now, the family room is empty of people. It's like everyone left. So it's like calling back through Pluto, calling back the power to ourselves as being as being Earth citizens, to figure out how do we fix this? How do we fix the health of the planet and the health of us being a collective? So that was what I had for you in this AstroTarot reading. I hope you have been inspired to dive deeper in the tarot and perhaps into the astrology. If you would like to know more about that, please check out my website, herlanguage.dk. I'm leaving links to that down below the video. So take much care out there, and I hope you will have a great time figuring out what's going on a personal level for you when we're talking about soul transition. We all make parts of this great puzzle called Cosmos, so we all count. So take much care of yourselves out there. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye for now.